the Sweet Science Media here. We are joined with Jason Quigley off a huge win on Saturday night in the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. How are you, Jason? How is everything going?
I'm all good, lads. I'm a happy man. I got the victory out in Vegas. I'm back here in my hometown now, here in Donegal, in Ireland, and yeah, I'm just chilling now, enjoying the victory.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, congratulations once again. We saw the hero's welcome you received. How did that feel? And what did the win mean to you as well?
It was unbelievable. You know, obviously, like everyone all over the world knows how difficult the last year and a half has been.
Yeah.
And like to come home and to have all the people out, you know, from kids to middle-aged people to elderly people to businesses on the sides of the street, you know, a lot of people that was in the parade behind me on the way home in the car. A lot of them says it was a very emotional moment because for me, I was hanging out the window. I was like, hey, whatever. Whereas you know, the people that was coming behind me were kind of taking it all in a little bit more. And you know, every town across Ireland has been empty, has been quiet, has been, you know, no buzz, no atmosphere, no nothing about it. And you know, to see so many people out on the streets welcoming me home and actually celebrating, actually being happy, actually with smiles on their faces. A lot of people got very emotional now, so they did. And yeah, it was just a great moment, you know, it really was. And you know, I'm very appreciative of it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's amazing. It's nice to know that your win has been appreciated by the community around you, you know, your friends, your family. So, and again, it was well deserved as well. So, again, congratulations on that, and you deserve the hero's welcome you got.
Yeah, thanks very much. You know, it's as it says, there's a lot of anybody that's involved in the boxing, or not even boxing, anybody that's involved in a business or work or anything like that, and gets that promotion or gets that victory or gets that new business open, you know, there's always a sense of achievement, and you realize the hard work that went in finally paid off. So yeah, it was definitely a great moment for me.
Amazing. How did you feel going in the ring? You know, obviously we mentioned that, and you mentioned it yourself, that, you know, it was a very tough year and a half for everybody. So I'm assuming that camp might have been a bit different. It might not have been the exact same to previous camps. Leading into the fight, going into the fight, how was it? And how did Shane perform to what you thought he would? Was there anything he did in there differently?
It was like a relief to finally just get back in the ring again. You know, it was such a long period. It was over a year and a half I was out of the ring. Shane had obviously kept busy. He had 2 fights inside the whole COVID period and lockdown, and he performed even better each fight. And he was the man in form and the man and that had the momentum on his side and was, you know, was really looking good and through the ropes. And you know, I expected a very good version of Shane come fight night, which he showed up with, and you know, Shane performed very well. I just got in there and performed that a little bit better, and I came away with a victory. And you know, I stuck to what I had to do. I grabbed opportunity. I changed things when things needed to be changed. I believe I was the smarter fighter, the more experienced, the more well switched on fighter, and I think that's what won me the fight on Saturday night.
Brilliant. Did you think that after the final bell, did you think you'd won it, or could you tell it was quite a close fight? Because if I'm completely honest, I was like, that's pretty damn close. It's hard to call.
Yeah, I knew it was a close fight, but I felt as if I had won the fight by maybe 2 or 3 rounds. I felt as if I was the fresher fighter. You know, I was on my toes. I was moving around. I was, you know, picking my shots, and you know, I was dictating the dance. Like I was the one that was moving when I wanted. I fought when I wanted. I picked it up when I wanted, and I was the one that was leading the dance in the fight. You know, and I believe that I landed the better, cleaner shots, and I was the fresher. I was the more, you know, upbeat fighter in there and taking control of the fight. And yeah, I think that's what. Well, obviously, then there was a 95-95 and the judges, and I was like, oh, geez, here it's not that close, like, you know. I was like, here, come on. And then I heard 97-93, and I was like, ah, that's more like it now. Keep that coming up, like. So yeah, like I was confident that I was coming away victorious on the night.
Brilliant. Jason, you mentioned about you dictating the dance and you moving around when you wanted to. We noticed that. I noticed that as well compared to a lot of your previous fights. Was the game plan a bit different for this one in particular? Because you were dancing, you were on your toes, you were showing us, again, like you mentioned, the old Jason Quigley, the Quigley that, you know, we haven't seen in quite some time, what you can really do. Or was that something in the moment?
It was in the moment. It was something that I felt like. I didn't have the kind of conversation with myself and be like, right, this isn't working out, right, we're going to need to change things, let's do this, let's do that. I was just feeling the fight I wasn't really happy with the way things were going. Like it wasn't sitting right with me. I wasn't really enjoying it, and I wasn't really kind of doing what I wanted to do and getting off with what I wanted to get off with. So I just started enjoying it. Like I went with the flow. I went with what felt right to me. And whenever I got up on my toes and started popping my jab and landing that right hand over the top, and you know, letting my hands go a little bit more, I was like, this is it now. You know, I was, you know, getting in my groove. I was feeling it. I was enjoying it, and yeah, I was just I felt as if I controlled the fight from then on, and you know, I was dictating the pace from that.
Brilliant. So Shane, obviously, he took the loss like a champ, and he was very you know, honourable with it. But do you think that you maybe owe him a rematch, or would you consider a rematch with him, I should say?
Shane is a gentleman, you know. He's a gentleman, and he's a great person and a great guy. I have a lot of respect for Shane, but look, that fight was a real stepping stone for both of us, and I was the one that stepped up to the plate. I was the one that got in there and took the bull by the horns and came away with the victory. So there's no reason for me to take a backward step. Now, I took a massive step forward winning that fight. There's no reason. There's no, like, what purpose does it serve me having a rematch with Shane? Like, you know what I mean? That was a fight for the two of us. We were both at a similar stage in our careers, and we needed that fight. The winner needed that fight to help themselves push their career on to the next level, and I went in and I did that. So it doesn't make sense to go back and to have a rematch. Like, I'm pushed on now, and I'm looking for, and the people out there is looking for a Bobo Andrade fight. Like, everyone's asking for this fight now. Like, people are saying this would be a great fight. Get this fight on in New York or Boston. This would be unbelievable. And you know, you have one of the biggest boxing journalists out there, Dan Raphael, saying, "Oh, that's an exciting fight. Get it made." You know what I mean? So, like, this is exciting times now for me. That fight opened up a lot of doorways for me, and you know, I'm just waiting now for another week or so, and I'll sit down and talk with my team, and we'll see what offers are there, and we'll see what paths we're going to take and what paths make sense for me and my career.
I was going to ask you anyway, because you mentioned Bobo Andrade post-fight. Has there been, I know you said you're going to wait a week, has there been any initial discussions, or even straight after the fight, anyone got in touch with you saying that this is what the next fight is, we can make this happen?
Yeah, no, there's been no talks, because I've made it clear that I just want to come home now and just chill for a week or so and just take it easy, switch off mentally, physically. And yeah, we'll sit down with the team now in the next week or two and see what's there, see what offers is there on the table. What, you know, that's what my management and that's what my promoters get paid for. That's their job. You know, they have to, I'm sure they probably know one or two things now that I don't even know about. And they're going to come to the table with that next week, and we'll sit down and we'll assess the situation and see where we go from there.
Exciting time. So for now, we're just recovering, recuperating, and enjoying the moment.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm a very easy pleasing guy. I like the simple things in life, so I'm just at home now, chilling and just enjoying time with the family, taking it easy, and you know, eating some good food for a while. I ate some too good of food for a while there, and
Okay.
I'm ready now, like, to get back on my diet again. I'm like, this is enough. Like, my body's like, Jesus, what are you doing to me here? We felt great for like 2 or 3 months there. What are you doing now? You know, so yeah, no, it's yeah, just gonna enjoy things now that I couldn't really do whenever, you know, you're like staying up a wee bit later and getting up a wee bit later in the mornings, and not having to always be in such a structure and be at this place that time. And you know, it's just loosening the shoulders now a wee bit and relaxing.
Fantastic.
Jason, just quickly, if it's not Boo Boo Andrade next, who would you like? Have you got anyone in mind?
There's a big possibility of a Jamie Munguia fight.
Like that.
Both of us are with Golden Boy Promotions. It's a
Yeah.
very easy fight to make. I just believe that fight has to be a world title eliminator, and the winner fights like some Bobo Andrade or Gennady Golovkin or Ryota Murata or one of the Charlo brothers. You know, I do believe that that's the magnitude of the fight, and I'm at a stage now in my career where every fight now I want to be bigger than my last one. You know what I mean? Like, because it doesn't make sense taking stay busy fights or this, that, and whatever. Like, now is the time to really push on and to really get into exciting fights, big fights that are gonna put my career higher and higher every fight.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you deserve, to be honest. After, you know, stepping up and, like you said, stepping up to the challenge and being victorious with your last fight. So that's where it should be going, up and up.
Yeah, like that's the way it is, and that's the way every boxer wants their career to go. You know, we wanna fight, and we want to fight even a better fight, a better fight, a better fight. Just keep climbing that ladder until we get that opportunity of fighting for the world title and become a world champion. And then the ball's in your court. Then you say who you want to fight and when you want to fight them, and you enjoy the A side of things.
Jason, I think I'm speaking for a lot of boxing fans. That Jaime Munguia fight is a very, very fun fight. That would be a really,
yeah,
really
without a doubt. Like, it really would be an exciting fight. As I says, you know, it's a very easy fight to make with the likes of two of us or with Golden Boy. Like, it's a matter of getting a venue, getting a date, and getting a contract signed. Really, like, you know what I mean? There's like, how can anybody not make that fight happen? Like, it's probably one of the easiest fights out there to make right now, and one of the most exciting fights to make out there right now, in the middleweight division. And yeah, it definitely would be a great fight for sure. Maybe like Cinco de Mayo week, or not Cinco de Mayo weekend, but Mexican weekend in September or something like that. Yeah, that'd be quality. You know what I mean? And hopefully, Vegas or LA's open, and we can get all Irish over there for it as well, and the Mexicans together.
We're not Irish, but we'll be there.
Brilliant stuff, lads.
We'll be there. It'll be one hell of an event. So we definitely be there supporting. Jason, thank you again for your time. We really, really appreciate it. You know, and any sort of closing messages for the fans out there?
The support has been unbelievable. You know, everything just blew up for me on this fight. Everybody was so supportive in the build up to the fight, and even more so then after the fight. Everyone was great, and you know, I'm really thankful that the fans enjoyed the fight. I'm really looking forward to putting on more exciting fights for the fans, and I hope everyone keeps following me, keeps wishing me all the best in my career, because I'm looking forward to getting back in there again and putting on some great performances.
Brilliant. Best of luck with all of that, champ, and congratulations one more time, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, lads. Thanks very much for having me on.
Jason. Take care of yourself.
Cheers, lads. Thank you. Bye-bye.